Now, as you're scrolling along, if you just happen to be looking for somebody who's in the midst of a midday bitch fest, well, congratulations, you found me. Today we're talking about headphones. Now, I use my headphones a lot, whether it be while I'm running or working out, cooking, when we travel, you name it. I've got them in a lot. And you may be wondering, Brian, why do you have one and not the other? Well, that has to do with a little problem that I've had with these basically since I got them. I would say that at least once a week, I go to take my AirPods out of the charging case only to find that one is charged and the other is not. It's also not the same ear every time that goes dead or is charged, whatever the case may be. So it's not like one is broken, the other's not. Also tells me that's probably not an issue with the case. And like I said, this has existed since I bought these things. And even the pair of AirPods that I had before this one a couple years ago did the exact same thing. So what's the deal? I just passed a guy, almost had maybe the biggest bird shit I've ever seen drop on his head. Whew, that would have been something. And frankly, would have made my little AirPod problem seem pretty small. There's a few possibilities for this. One is planned obsolescence. It's no secret that a trend we've all seen with the products that we use every day start to kind of go down in performance after a certain amount of time, which sort of guides you in the direction of perhaps purchasing a new one. If you could see me pointing to my phone right now, there's a perfect example of planned obsolescence right there. Though I'm not sure that's necessarily the case with my headphones here. Despite the fact this happens once a week, I still don't think the issues I'm having are consistent enough to really be any kind of planned obsolescence thing. Say nothing of the fact that it happens to a different one every time. Is it me perhaps? I don't know. I mean, I'm charging them correctly. I try my best not to get them wet, keep any debris from getting in them, unless I'm doing something wrong that I'm not thinking. I don't think it's me. Of course, maybe they're a lemon. Of course, if this pair is a lemon, then that means the last pair would have been too, since it had the same exact issue. I think that's pretty unlikely. I guess it's a possibility. Whew, it's hot out. Well, Brian, clearly you're rich, so why don't you just buy yourself the new AirPods that have that translation feature? First of all, I'm not rich. Second of all, even if I were, I'm not replacing these until they absolutely don't turn on it. The language translation feature on the new AirPods isn't something I'm terribly interested in. Call me old school, call me stubborn, call me whatever you want. I like overcoming a language barrier, person to person. I think there's a little bit more to be gained from that. But on the other hand, if that gets people out there in the world a little bit more, good, I'm all for that. They're just not for me. And so what did today's bitching session accomplish? Well, nothing. That's what bitching accomplishes every time. Makes you feel better temporarily. Gave me something to talk about in today's video, and it accomplished nothing in terms of how well these things work. Is that gonna stop me from complaining at all? No, I'm still gonna complain about this and other things occasionally when I deem it appropriate. What's something you like to bitch about, even though you're basically just yelling into the wind? Let me know down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.